Hera, in ancient Greek mythology, the daughter of the Titans Kronos and Rhea, sister and wife of Zeus and queen of the Olympian gods. The Romans identified her with their own Juno. Hera was worshipped throughout the Greek world and played an important part in Greek literature, appearing most frequently as the jealous and rancorous wife of Zeus and pursuing with vindictive hatred the heroines who were beloved by him. From early times, Hera was believed to be the sole unlawful wife of Zeus. She soon superseded Dione, who shared with him his ancient oracle at the Dodona in Epirus. In general, Hera was worshipped in two main capacities: one, as a consort of Zeus, and two, as the goddess of marriage and of the life of women. The second sphere naturally made her the protectress of women in childbirth, and she bore the title of Eileithyia, the birth goddess, at Argos and Athens. At Argos and Samos, however, Hera was even more than queen of heaven and marriage goddess. She was patron of those cities, which gave her a position corresponding to that of Athena at Athens. Although her age of ritual was markedly agricultural, she also had a celebration there called the Shield, and there was an armed procession in her honor at Stamos. This conception resulted in the breadth of functions attributed to the patron deity of a Greek state. A city goddess must be chief in peace and war alike. The animal especially sacred to Hera was the cow. Her sacred bird was the cuckoo and later the peacock. She was represented as a majestic and severe, though youthful matron. Based on the number of cults, Hera was a very ancient goddess, possibly predating even Zeus. In fact, it's assumed that we don't even know her original name. Hera is actually a title, which is usually translated as lady or mistress. Hera's Roman counterpart was Juno, the goddess who gave her name to the month of June, and even today the most popular time for weddings. Hera was usually portrayed alongside Zeus as a fully clothed matronly woman of solemn beauty, wearing a cylindrical crown called polos, or a wreath and a veil. Sometimes she carries a scepter capped with a pomegranate and a cuckoo, the former a symbol of fertility, the latter a token of the way she was wooed by Zeus. She is also often accompanied by a peacock, one of her sacred animals. Being born after Hestia and Demeter, Hera is the youngest of Kronos and Rhea's three daughters and the third child overall. Hades, Poseidon and Zeus in that order are her younger brothers, however, since just like each of her siblings, but Zeus, she was swallowed by her father at birth and later disgorged to be born again. She is sometimes referred to as Kronos and Rhea's oldest daughter, reasonably, since the Titan had to empty his stomach of his children in the order opposite of the one in which he ate them. As the guardian of marriage, and the spouse of the king of gods and men, Hera didn't have much choice but to be a faithful wife, even though she was beautiful. Not many men, and not one god dared to lay hands on her. Endymion tried once, but Zeus condemned him to eternal sleep. Ixion fared even worse. Zeus fooled him into making love with a cloud, fashion and Hera's image, and then ordered Hermes to bind him to the perpetually turning wheel of fire. By most accounts, Hera gave Zeus for children: Ares, the god of war; Eileithyia, the goddess of childbirth; Hebe, the goddess of eternal youth; and Hephaestus, the god of fire. Zeus tricked Hera into marriage, knowing full well that the goddess loved animals. He transformed himself into a distressed cuckoo and reverted to his original form. Only when Hera took the poor creature to her breast to warm it, ashamed for being taken advantage of, Hera agreed to a marriage. However, it didn't turn out to be a happy one. Zeus was brutish and cruel to everybody. Incapable of bearing this, Hera plotted a revenge plan with Poseidon, Athena, and possibly a few other gods. She drugged Zeus and they bound him on his bed while stealing his thunderbolt. Thetis, however, summoned Briareus, the 100-handed cousin that helped Zeus overthrow Kronos and had him untie the 100 knots used to bind him. Zeus was merciless to the main schemer. He hung Hera from the sky with golden chains. And to grant herself a release, Hera swore never to rebel again against her husband. So she directed her anger towards Zeus' lovers and their offspring, becoming a jealous and vindictive wife. For example, she tricked Semele into forcing her lover, which she knew was Zeus, to reveal himself before her in all his glory. Since humans cannot look upon gods without incinerating, Semele burst into flames and perished into thin air. Later, she turned Callisto into a bear after she gave birth to Zeus' child, Arcas. After some time, just as Arcas was about to unwittingly kill his mother, Zeus placed Callisto and her son in the sky as the constellations Ursa Major and Ursa Minor, the big and the little bear. Hera kept her daughter Eileithyia from attending the birth of Apollo, postponing it by 9 days and nights. More famously, she did the same with Hercules. In this case, the delay cost Hercules the throne of Argolid. Arguably, Io was the one who endured the most. First, Zeus transformed her into a cow so that he could hide her from Hera. Then, Hera sent Argus Panoptes to watch over her and Zeus, and then had Argus killed by the god Hermes. She then transformed Argus' ghost into a gadfly which bothered and pestered Io in her bovine form all the way to Egypt, where on arrival Zeus impregnated her with their son Apophis. Just like most of the other Greek goddesses, when it came to her beauty, Hera was easily offended. Once Orion's wife, Side, meaning pomegranate, boasted that she was as beautiful as Hera. So the goddess sent her to the underworld. When Laomedon's daughter Antigone did the same, Hera turned her into a stork. Finally, after Paris chose Aphrodite instead of her, she became a sworn enemy of Troy. But that is a different story for another time. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share and subscribe, and hit that notification bell for upcoming videos.